Well, we talked about the Claude skills last time. Do you have anything to add to this? Just like start with that. I also have a couple of things.
I think I was testing out the Claude Skill Builder. So that was very helpful to kind of go through the process with the skill builder. I also listened to a podcast where a guy was sharing his skill builder, but in ChatGPT instead of Claude. One of the advantages of using Claude Skill Builder is that you can create a skill and immediately upload it or update it straight away from that. If you create your skill somewhere else, you have to zip it, you have to upload the zip file, update it, blah, blah, manually and stuff like that. So that's good. And I combined a couple of skills together. I was applying for I was creating different applications and different CVs for that. So it works very well. I created a skill that was grabbing all the things necessary to adjust it, to take in my notes, to discuss this whole thing. And at the end, it just gives you the formatted thing as you would wish it did like 3 years ago. But, here we are. I think it's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. And I think that there is a good Claude Skill theme builder. I don't know if you have used that. You have a different theme you can type on and it just applies the design, but I would like to create my own design so that it then applies all the things into that. So that's it, like very shortly.
And the skill builder, you're talking about the skill that is actually skill builder that is part of Claude, right?
Yeah.
Like when you go to settings, maybe I can actually share this really quickly because I think it's really useful to see. So just go here, settings, and in settings I go to capabilities, and this is what Michael was talking about here. Add. You can have a conversation about the skill that you would like to create.
Yeah, skills. Yeah. And then you have down here, you have all these, like that we were talking about, example skills. If you go to example skills, yeah. So in here you have different skills in here. So you can do the theme factory, for example. That was the skill that I was talking about. You have it off, but you can turn it on. And on a GitHub there is a PDF that shows you the different themes that you can have. And the skill creator is the skill builder, which you can even just by default in any chat say use skill creator and help me to create the skill, blah blah blah, and it just does it.
What I find very useful in the skills is that you literally can call them anywhere, just like by the keyword. And what I learned about skills, what I think is very interesting, is that the Claude by itself can decide that it needs a skill and it can call it.
Yeah.
Which I think is amazing because you give it a task, and when it plans how to accomplish the task, it figures out that it has different skills available that you define. So it will start using those skills to actually deliver the work.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, that's the power compared to the assistants, right? Because it's very similar to create your assistant and go through these processes, but I think this is more rigorous. You can do multiple things in here and you can stack them above and exactly call them whenever.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Great that we actually touched this topic to follow up a little bit on what we were talking about last time. The other topic that I wanted to mention is a couple of examples how people around me have been using AI tools and mostly vibe coding.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, my brother, he's an investor and he's tracking different metrics of the market, and he created his own dashboard using Claude Code, where he has a website, so it's online, he can access it from anywhere. And he has a dashboard where he sees the metrics that matter for him to take decisions on that day. He's a person who have no technical background. He worked in technology, so he understands some things, but he cannot code. And he learned just from the sources online how to run Claude Code in a terminal and how to actually work with it to develop websites. And I can tell you that, first of all, designing the website to the level where it is, coding the website to the level where it is, and connecting it to the external sources of the data that matter to him because he's connecting it to external databases. All these three things are like a month of work that he would have to do before he would be able to do this. And then he spent a couple of weeks maybe experimenting, and then he was able to do that. It's giving so much power to everybody.
Yeah. I agree.
Another example that I have, it's not vibe coding, but it's from our friend Marcel. He's a developer. He's very organized, very precise guy, but he doesn't have that much sense for visual presentation. But he was able to have a conversation with AI tool, with Gemini, to extract his vision for a mobile app. And then based on this information that Gemini collected, he used Google Stitch, which is a tool that is for generating user interface of mobile apps. And he basically generated the interface of mobile app by himself. So something he would not be able to do himself without AI tools, because he would never know how to, well, he could learn it, but it would take him, again, months probably to be able to design some user interface. And here we go. He had it ready in a couple of hours.
Wow. That's amazing. I have never heard of that, and I'm looking at the website, and it's just incredible. And you can connect it nowadays with an MCP to Claude Code as well, so you don't need to use Gemini only. So perfect.
Exactly. And this is what my experiments in the last week were about a lot, that I was working a lot with Figma Make. And this models from Google, you can also connect them to Figma. So Figma has their own model, which is for UI generation, but you can use these advanced models from Gemini. These are stories that just made me very excited to see people around me, how they are using these. And yeah, I just want to share this with others because I think it's inspiring. It's inspiring to see that something that seems so difficult for my brother, which is coding, or something that is so difficult for Marcel, which is designing, both are able to do it. Amazing.